Good morning, students. Welcome to another session of our e-learning program. Today also we are learning the lesson acid bases and salts, and our today's topic is pH scale and the importance of pH scale. Yes, children, without wasting time, let us start our lesson. The pH scale. So what is pH scale? The scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration. See here, the hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called pH scale. Actually, the letter P in pH stands for potence. P stands for potence. P stands for POTENZ. Potence, that's a German word. Potence means power. So P stands for potence or power of hydronium ion, the hydrogen ion in a given solution. So if the concentration is more, then that is more acidic. If it is less, that is less acidic. So pH scale describes the nature of the substance. The pH is here, this is the pH scale. So here the scale starts from 0 to 14. The scale starts from here 0 to 14. So it's simple but important. Just remember the pH scale. Simple. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 12, 13, 14. Here are the numbers. But here, so we'll start from acidic to alkali or base. Acidic to base. So first 0, 1, 2, 3, these are strong acids. These are weak acids. This is neutral. 7 stands for neutral, and 8, 9, 10, 11 are weak bases, and 12, 13, 14 are strong bases. So strong acids, weak acids, neutral, weak base and strong base. This is about our pH scale. Here the substances which we will use in our daily life on pH scale. Here the battery acid is 0. That means it's so concentrated and dangerous acid. And a stomach acid, our stomach also contains hydrochloric acid. Our stomach contains hydrochloric acid, which is very concentrated acid. That is the reason we can able to digest what we are eating. Because of what acid we are having? Yes, our stomach contains hydrochloric acid, nothing but HCl, hydrochloric acid. And lemon juice is nothing but the citric fruit, citric acid. On scale 2, vinegar we used to cook. We'll use vinegar in our cooking. On scale this is 3, and tomato, that is 4, and coffee, that's 5 on the scale. And milk is also acidic in nature, that is on scale 6. And if it is pure water, that should be neutral, that should not be either acidic or basic in nature. See, all these items are acidic in nature. Just before 7 or before neutral, all the substances are acidic in nature. 0, 1, 2, 3 on scale up to 6, all they are acidic in nature. And when it comes to 8, 9, 10 and 11, these are bases, weak bases. And our blood is a weak base. And baking soda we will use for cooking. Baking soda is also a weak base. And stomach tablets, antacids, we will use antacids when we'll get the gas problem. They are also mild bases. Weak bases or mild bases. And soap is also a base, and bleaching is a strong base, and dry clean is also a base. So these are bases, weak bases and strong bases. So we will use this on the scale, the daily substances what we are using, or on the scale like this. So as it's the milk, coffee, vinegar what we are using, all this. And so majorly we will intake acids, and we will use bases for cleaning purpose. This is the pH scale, which bifurcates the substances in acidic according to their nature of H plus ion concentration. If there are more, 0 to 6 acids, 7 neutral, 8 to 14 bases. this is about our pH scale. So now if we easily you can answer. So acids have the pH from 0 to 7. Lower pH value indicates a strong acid. So and 7 to 14 higher pH value is a strong base. Here we have to know that. So in these are acids. In acids, lower value are stronger ones. In bases, higher value are more concentrated substances. So in acids will start with strong and bases will end with strong base. Strong acid, weak acid, neutral, weak base and strong base, because so many times they ask this concept in our exam. So if the pH value is 2, whether it is strong acid or weak acid, yes, it is strong acid. If it is 8, explain the nature, that is a weak base. If it is 7 itself is a neutral. It does not contain acidic nature or basic nature. So if we test the substances with the universal indicator, so along it changes the color like this. Universal indicator reacts with substances and it changes its color. See here, strong acid shows red color. When it comes to strong base, it's a purple color and it changes its colors when acids and strong acids or weak acids reacts with universal indicator. This is the color changing of indicator. So daily life cleaning agents, household ammonia, oven cleaner, soap, milk of magnesia. What is milk of magnesia? Milk of magnesia is nothing but the antacids which we will take when we feel stomach burning or indigestion. Gas we will intake milk of magnesia. All these are examples for bases. Remember, all these are the soaps what we are using also mild bases. These are the daily life examples for bases. Okay children, these are the bases. And these are acids. Now what we are seeing here, the tomato ketchup what we use, the vinegar we will use, the milk, cheese, butter, all these are examples what we will intake. And the fruits and generally the citrus fruits, all these are and battery acid, all these are examples for acidic substances. And these are all generally cleaners are example for bases. And these are examples for acids. Okay children, this is baking soda. These are also mild bases. Table salt, mild base. Powder bleach is mild base. Baking soda is mild base. Washing soda is mild base. Sorry, these are salts. These are the example of salts we will use in our daily life. Ammonia is a salt. Table salt these are the examples for salts. Powder bleaching, baking soda and washing soda, these are examples for salts. So now we saw examples for acids, daily life examples for acids, daily life examples for bases, and daily life examples for salts. Now what is tooth decay? Now we'll come to the application part of the pH scale. Now we'll come to the tooth decay. What is meant by tooth decay? Tooth decay starts when the pH of our mouth is lower than 5.5. So our our saliva is also contains our saliva నోట్లో ఉన్న లాలాజలం ఆర్ ఉమ్మి దట్ ఆల్సో కంటైన్స్ ద పిహెచ్ వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ 5.5. అది ఎసిడిక్ నేచర్లో ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ లోవర్స్ దాన్ 5.5 అంటే 5.5 కన్నా తగ్గితే, if it decreases the value 5.5, the tooth enamel made up of calcium phosphate is the hardest substance in the body. So what is the hardest substance in the body? The tooth is example of hardest substance in the body. It is made up of calcium phosphate. So our tooth is made up of calcium phosphate is the hardest substance in the body. It does not dissolve in water. So ఎప్పుడు మనం వాటర్ తాగుతుంటాం, will it dissolve in the water? ఒకవేళ డిజాల్వ్ అయితే no one will have teeth in their mouth కదా. So that is the hardest substance. It does not dissolve in water, but it is corroded when the pH of the mouth is below 5.5. So corrode chusara, you can see here pallu puchipodam virigipodam. So when it corrodes when the pH of mouth lowers than 5.5. The bacteria present in the mouth produces acids by digestion of sugar and food particles remaining in the mouth. When we eat food, some part will remain on the teeth or in the mouth, but the bacteria which presents in our mouth, it decays, it decomposes into bacteria, and the best, and it creates acidic nature. It increases our acidic nature of our mouth. The bacteria decomposes the sugars and it increases the acidic nature. The best, so then our tooth will decompose. That much stronger teeth. The calcium phosphate also being corroded with the help of corroded because of the pH value of our mouth. So what we have to do, how to prevent the tooth decay and pallu paadavakundalante em cheyali, what we have to do, the best way to prevent this is to clean the mouth after eating food. So at least twice a day you have to clean. When you woke up from the bed, just clean your mouth, wash your clean your teeth and brush your teeth, and before going to your bed it's better to at least twice a day, or after eating, that's preferably good, very good. But what you have to do, just at least twice a day you have to brush your teeth. Then we can avoid the samples which are present in our mouth. Then our tooth will be very good and fine. Using toothpaste which are generally basic neutralizes the excess acid and prevents tooth decay. So to avoid tooth decay, what you have to do, at least twice you have to brush with a paste which is mild basic in nature. Like that you can protect your teeth. Okay children, the next topic is acid rain. What is meant by acid rain? The clean rain has a pH value between 5 to 5.5, which is slightly acidic. Already man chepkunnam 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 are weak acids. So living organisms, if I suppose if the value lowers than 5.5, then it is considered as acid rain. So how acid rain comes? So what is the pollution which is present in the atmosphere, or what are the pollutant gases which we are releasing through industries or by burning fuels? They will go upper parts of our layer. The sulfur dioxide or sulfur monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen monoxide or nitrogen dioxide or nitrogen trioxide, all these gases will go upper part of the atmosphere and they will react with the water. After reacting with the water, they will form sulfuric acid, carbonic acid and nitric acid. Carbonic acid, when carbon dioxide reacts, carbonic acid, sulfur reacts, sulfuric acid, nitrogen reacts, nitric acid. So these acids are very dangerous. They lowers the acidic nature. They increase the acidic nature of the rain, and that rainwater harms the all water bodies on the earth. When acid rain flows in the rivers, it lowers the pH of the river water. The survival of aquatic life in such rivers become very difficult, because aquatic life, they cannot survive in acidic nature, acidic substances, and the acid rain corrodes the buildings, the sculptures, the rocks, and it destroys. That's why, what is the better way to avoid acid rains? To decrease that, to cut short the pollution, to cut short the harmful gases which we are releasing into the atmosphere. If we decrease these levels, automatically we don't receive acid rains. This is the second topic, acid rain. సో యాసిడ్ రైన్ వల్ల సో ప్లాంట్స్ చనిపోతాయి, యానిమల్స్ చనిపోతాయి, which are on the earth. యాసిడ్ రైన్ మన బాడీ పైన పడితే, సో ఇట్ డ్యామేజెస్, irritation and burning. Sometimes it may hurt. That's why we have to protect. If we want to protect, we have to decrease the releasing of harmful gases into the atmosphere. That is the second part. And when we come to the third one, the pH of our digestive system. Yes, already man chepkunnam. Yes, already you know our stomach contains what acid? Our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. This hydrochloric acid helps for the digestion of the food. So during indigestion, the stomach produces, so when we'll feel burning sensation during indigestion, the stomach produces too much of acid, and this is cause pain and irritation. ఎప్పుడైతే మనకు తినేది అరగదో, then we'll have pain in our stomach. To get rid of pain, people use bases called antacids. These acids neutralizes the excess acid in the stomach. So acid, already నేర్చుకున్నాం in our previous class, acid plus base gives salt plus water. This is neutralization reaction. During indigestion, so which acid is producing here? During indigestion, it is producing excess of hydrochloric acid. Here acid is increasing in our stomach. So when acid is increasing, what we have to do? We have to take base. When we take base, acid reacts with base and it forms salt and water. So when the base reacts with acid and decreases the excess acid in our stomach, then we'll get relief. మన కడుపులో మంట, burning sensation will be reduced. So this will happen during indigestion. So it is very interesting that our stomach is containing hydrochloric acid, and it is that much hard it can melt the iron substances, iron rod. So the strength of our hydrochloric acid is very strong acid. So this is the children what we are using to get rid of the pain: milk of magnesia. Or else if you don't have milk of magnesia, if you are feeling pain, just instantly you can use the home remedy, that is go to kitchen and take a pinch of sodium bicarbonate, that is cooking soda, vanta soda తీసుకొని add to water and drink it. Then you will feel relief. That is because that is also a mild base. Next one, why is pH important? Why is pH important? See here, the animals which can live according to the pH of water. This frog can live even acidic nature up to 4 strong, up to 4 pH, up to 4 pH 4 value. The frog can live here. Or when it comes to pH, it is 4.5. And pike, some kinds of fishes, they can live up to 5, and this is 4. The angelfish can live 5, the pH value 5, and Solomon 6, and coral reefs, they can live in the pH 7.6, and clownfish, it can live up to the basic nature of 7.8. So if you observe, the aquatic life is living from 4 to 7.8. They are living in between this scale, so they can't live less than 4, and they can't live more than 7.8. So between this scale only the aquatic life is existing. If the pH of water is too high or too low, the aquatic organisms living within the water will die. చచ్చిపోతాయి, ఖచ్చితంగా they will die. pH can also affect the solubility of toxicity of chemicals and heavy metals in the water. The majority of aquatic creatures prefer the pH of 6.5 to 9, though some can live in water with level pH outside the levels outside this range. So here we see these animals, they are living 4.5 to 5, which is outer this range, but generally major amount of living organisms, they are living from 6.5 to 7 range. This is the range of animals. Already manam chusam, this is the range of aquatic animals. So what is the ideal range of aquatic animals? 6.5 to 9. This is the ideal pH value of animals which can live in aquatic animals. So to protect animals, aquatic animals, to protect the nature, only thing, it is only in our hands. We have to reduce the usage of toxic gases, and we have to reduce the releasing the factory polluting factory outlet water, the polluted water. We should not directly let those water into the water bodies. So we have to filter it, we have to modify it, then only we let the water to be mixed with these ponds, rivers or lakes. That's why so many animals are dying. So last topic is the most plants that optimum. So like human bodies also, human plants also will live in the range of 5.5 to 7, but some plants will grow in more acidic soil or require a more alkali So the pH of soil should be from 5.5 to 7. Then only the plants will live, or even animals also. If you see the aquatic animals also, they will live in the scale between 6.5 to 9, and plants also 5.5 to 7. So this is the importance of pH. So by knowing pH value, ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు నేర్చుకోవాలి తెలుసు కదా, by knowing pH value we can help, we can reduce. Suppose if you know the pH of the soil, if it is more acidic, we will add bases to neutralize it. Suppose if it is more basic, we will add acidic substances. acidic nature ఎక్కువ ఉంటే బేస్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం, అండ్ బేసిక్ నేచర్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే యాసిడ్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. అర్థమైందా? దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ our pH value. Students, the video may be little lengthy for you, but watch. This is the single topic we discussed, only one topic we discussed, that is pH. How pH affects the tooth decay, stomach acid drains, and stomach acids and plants. Watch the video completely. I hope you will enjoy while watching the video, but we have to extend our lessons to complete the syllabus. We have to take minimum 20 minutes class, students. We will meet in another session. Watch the video completely and carefully. Do the given work. In the next session, we will learn few more. I will come to you with so many interesting topics. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and happy learning.